So Casey, take us back to the creative part. What made you come up and
Yeah.
create this training mask?
So I was watching. I was good friends with Sean Shirk from at the time. Sean Shirk is a UFC champion, 2007, 2008, and I was running a supplement brand, and it was called Fight Fuel. Fight Fuel was basically a high performance energy supplement that was essentially it went on to get banned by the FDA because it had like not my supplement, but just the chemical that we were using. It was 1,3-dimethylamine. It was no longer on the marketplace. You can't find it anywhere. It's been known as geranium rut. But we were selling that product. We went to the UFC fan expos, all that good stuff with the product. And Sean Shirk was like an endorser of it and all that good stuff. And then like what happened is like I come out and I was watching a YouTube video and I was seeing Sean training with this mask on. And I said, Sean, what are you doing in this mask? And he's like, well, I don't know really what it does, but I got the best cardio in the UFC, so it must do something. I'm like, well, what do you think about doing something on like a mask scale where we come out with a mask that has resistance behind it? He goes, well, I know nothing about marketing, but I can be the face of the product. And I said, well, I can do the marketing and you just be the face of the product and we'll travel around and do that. So that's what we did. We started at like Tampa and then we went to Dallas, Texas. And then we went over to the UFC Fan Expo, which was in Las Vegas. And then we bounced over to, it was called the Body Expo in California. And we started getting this major like swell of traffic to the website and different things started to happen. Like people started requesting it. And then it was like Dick's Sporting Goods called one day in 2013. They go, we want to get on this kind of fad mask kind of thing. So, if we can order like 10 here, 10 there. And then all of a sudden it was kind of like it wasn't a fad anymore, right? So that we all of a sudden started spinning the money machine at Dick's Sporting Goods. And they're like, hey, listen, we're getting more and more requests for this mask. Do you guys have enough? I'm like, yeah, how many you need? They're like, give us 300. And at the time, I was only in a 1,400 square foot warehouse, right? Ooh. And we were tiny. And I'm like, 300? I'm like, yeah, we got that. We're good. Yeah. I had like 30 on the floor. I'm like, we'll make them. I don't give a shit. Like, we're going to do this. Right. So we made up 300. And I'm like, behind that, I made up another 300 and then another 300. And then so the orders started cycling in. And then we came up with Training Mask 2.0 because I started seeing like a little dip in the marketplace. Okay. And I was like, okay, we're going to make 2.0, which had 3 valves. It was more like for the general audience and all that good stuff. And it was like when we came out with 2.0, it was kind of like the general audience, because the first one was an Israeli gas mask with a nose clip, a screw-in nose clip, and that's all it was, right? And it was simple, it was patented, but it was easy to make. 2.0 was a little bit more difficult. Then we had to actually engineer that, and we had to do some like airflow, basically like inbound and outbound airflow measurements to make sure that we had enough, sufficient air so you could breathe. So that was that. 2.0 came out, and sales went to the moon. So it was definitely a good move for us.
Hey, Casey, talk a little bit about how do you maintain big box relationships like with Dick's Sporting Goods, and let us know if you have other big box stores that your product is in as well beyond Dick's.
Yeah, so I'll tell you which ones we're in and the maintenance on them. So Training Mask 2.0 and 3.0 is in Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy Sports, Shields, Big Five, and Dunham Sports. And then we have a little mom and pop shops throughout the nation. And maintaining those big box stores, you got to maintain the relationship and make sure that you're getting on, basically on the end caps or in line, basically like with the, you'd be like, we have synergy with TRX and a couple other brands, and their fitness brands as well. Maintaining those relationships, you gotta get efficient with like EDI, which is electronic data interfacing, where they send in the information, the order, and then you pass it back behind you. Like basically you turn it around and you say, hey, we're gonna fulfill this order. Here's how many we're sending. Here's the tracking. Here's all the data, and then they send it out. Right? Basically, it's like an inbox for orders, and then it goes outbound and it says, hey, listen, we've shipped this many orders. Here's all the tracking numbers, and this is how, like the date stamp that we have them. Because like what they'll do is like big box stores make a lot of money doing these things called chargebacks. And if things aren't on time, if they're not labeled in the right position, like we got to have like a box label 2 inches up and 2 inches over from the right hand corner on the leading edge. like specific stuff just like that. And you're like, man, this is out of control. Like how much stuff you actually have to do. Walmart's the absolute worst because they don't give a shit about anything. They'll just go, hey, listen, the box was ruined or something. Okay, well, how'd it get ruined? Well, it was on the truck and one of our guys ruined it, but you're going to pay for it. Can we take a look at it? No, we're just going to throw it in the inventory. Like, so they'll just do random stuff like this. And it's just like, okay, like we can't, so we don't do any business with Walmart anymore. I caught them, like, cause I'm not going to deal with the sliminess that went on.